Hi, Becky Vidal here with Stark & Associates, wanting to chat with you today about the communication dynamic that takes place in a sales call. And actually, it could be any communication or any interaction and just wanting to improve upon it. It could be at a business networking event. It could be at a board meeting that you have once a month. It could be at a, family gathering where you see the same person once a year and you want to improve your communication with that person. As an example, you see this person at a family event and you just never feel like you see eye to eye. You don't like the way that they communicate. You don't really understand where they're coming from necessarily, and it's not because you're not listening and trying to understand. It is that you just don't like the way that they communicate. It's not like yours. And it ends up being that then you don't like them. So here's an example how that might happen in a sales call. You're walking down the hall, you greet a prospect, walking down the hall of their office, and you strike up or you attempt to strike up a conversation about the weather. Easy to do in St. Louis because it's always changing. Or you might see something in their office that you relate to, and so you want to strike up a conversation about the fact that they play golf or something that you see in their office, their family. If you are dealing with a person who doesn't like chit-chat, who likes to keep it high level, who doesn't like to get down in the weeds and really share anything personal about themselves until they trust you and get to know you, then immediately right off the bat, you're rubbing that person wrong, because you, as a salesperson, might really like chit-chat, might even feel like you need that chit-chat before you trust that person. So what we try to do at Stark & Associates is teach our salespeople the DISC behavioral style model. Help them, one, understand who they are and how they prefer to be communicated to and to communicate. Two, what the different styles might be and how to best communicate with that typical style. And three, what cues on both the body language, their tonality, maybe even the clothes that they wear, the words that they choose, what style the other person is across the table from you, so you can best communicate with them. And the best way to communicate with someone who's different than you is to really match their communication style and really try to communicate in a way that they prefer it. It really helps you earn that trust and get past the whole bonding and rapport much quicker than it would otherwise if you weren't paying attention to those things.